Hey everyone, it's Felicity, and today we're going to talk about Python dictionaries. I guess you've probably encountered these data structures in Python, but let me tell you, this one is a little bit different, and you've probably seen it in your real life as well. I mean, at least you've once used a dictionary, which works like that. I mean, we expect a dictionary to be something like this. A dictionary contains a word, let's say, you know, show something, which is expose, okay? And this is the actual word. The meaning would be something like this, to show. And then if you print it, dictionary would be right in front of us. Something like this, okay? And it's really okay, but what if we wanted to add another meaning, like reveal? Is it okay to put all of them and separating them with a comma? Of course not. We can tell by this red line. But what we can do instead is using a triple or a list instead, and in this way we can add other meanings as well. So you can see that you've used dictionaries in your life and you've seen them, but this time we're going to dive deeper and say what actually are they good for. Dictionaries in Python are like magic word storage boxes. You put a word, which is the key, in, and it instantly gives you the matching definition, which is the value. So if you need to manage data efficiently, dictionaries are your go-to data structure. And if we want to create our first dictionary, let's assume that we have a student. Her name is Emma. She is, okay, we want to say the name itself. Okay, name is Emma. And what about her age? Age is integer, so we just say 28, for example. And her email, it's string as well. We want to go with emma@gmail.com. And if we print this one, we can see that it is exactly what we want it to be. But right now, we just created a dictionary for ourselves, which is quite exactly the thing that you see here. However, we can create an empty dictionary by just saying something like this. You know, dictionary, something like this, which creates dictionary. And also, okay, if we print it, we'll see that it's actually empty. It's empty. The other way would be just saying something like this. Dictionary is dict with a parenthesis in front of it. So it would give us the same thing, okay? So we can basically create dictionaries in this way. But for our example, which we're talking about a student, we can what we can do is actually adding some other keys and values. Let's say some information is missing here. We also want her GPA. So what we can do is say student GPA equals to, let's say, 3.7. And now if you print student, you would see that there is a GPA added here as a last element. But if we wanted to do it another way, is it possible? Yes, of course. We can say student.update and we can then give whatever we want. Let's say we want to know her major. It's going to be, let's say, computer science, and we also want to know her class number. Right now, I don't know, it doesn't make sense, but you get what I say. It's going to be 201 201. And if we print the student, what we see is major and class, which are added. So these are two things that we can use to add new keys and values to our dictionary. Of course, there are other possible ways, but these two are, I think, are adequate for this moment. But what if we wanted to change her class? What can we actually do? So we uncomment that to have all of them, and now we can say DL student. Sorry, student. And then we just simply add the key here, which is class. We expected the class to be here, but now that we're deleting it, it won't be here anymore. Okay, there's no class in here. There's of course another method that we can use to eliminate one key and value, and this is pop. For example, but it's a little bit different. We can have the eliminated key afterwards because it returns some value, and it's a little bit different. But it pretty much does the same thing. So we can say student.pop, and then we can specify the key that we want to eliminate, and this one would be, for example, her email, because it's just redundant and we do not need it any longer. What we see here is no email, so it's just gone. And what if we just wanted to clear the whole dictionary? We can simply use, okay, and for this one, I just forgot to say that if you print key, you would see email. Just to show you this one here, it's the email that you got rid of, and it doesn't exist anymore. But I was just saying that if you wanted your dictionary to be clean, you could be like student dot clear, and then you'd see that your student dictionary would be like an empty one. Here we go. And here we can actually see how these all work. But just a question, do you think we can use anything as keys and values in a dictionary? If you said we do, you're pretty much right, because yeah, we can use whatever we want as our values because they're totally up to us. But if we wanted to specify a key, it's a little bit, you know, the condition is a little bit tighter. We can only use anything that is that cannot be changed. I mean, you can use data types like strings, numbers, and tuples as keys because they can't be changed after creation. But lists and dictionaries, which are mutable, can't be used as keys because we can basically change all of them. So let's say we want to have another student, or yeah, another student, because we don't want to mess up with this one. Student B, student 2, let's say, name is John, is probably younger, and this one is going to contain a list, which is going to be, for example, his major, and it's going to be computer science as well. Do you think it works? I don't think. So let's see what it's going to show. As you can see here, it says unhashable type, which is list. Okay, it's actually relates to hashable and unhashable types, which is a whole other topic for another video. But for now, we're just gonna see which ones are working and which ones are not. So if I used a dictionary here, which has the capability of being changed, something like this, major, I don't know, CS, and then here we can say his fave. It's going to return us the same error, but this time with dictionaries, because these two data types are mutable and we are not allowed to use them. But let's say if we used something like a tuple for this one. Is it gonna fail us? No, probably it's going to be all fine. As we can see here, So I think you all enjoyed this video and subscribe if you like my content.